Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into the magic, the math, and the nitty-gritty of the Walt Disney World annual pass holder program. You know, whether you're a local just looking for some weekend fun, or an out-of-state superfan trying to squeeze every drop out of your vacations, figuring out these passes can feel, well, kind of like navigating a giant maze. But don't sweat it, we're going to make the whole thing crystal clear.
So, here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the universal baseline benefits, compare the 4 specific tiers, and then check out some exclusive financing perks for Florida residents. After that, we'll dive into unlocking the often forgotten parks and wrap up with how you can capture all those park memories seamlessly with some really cool tech.
All right, Part 1, the world of pass holder benefits. Let's take a look at your baseline of magic.
Now, what's really cool is that before you even start stressing about blockout dates or reservation limits, you are immediately unlocking some serious value. The absolute biggest daily saver for locals and road trippers, standard parking at all the theme parks is completely included. Literally, just flash your valid pass in the My Disney Experience app, show a photo ID, and boom, you bypass that daily toll booth fee entirely.
And as you can see here, your pass savings stretch way beyond just getting through the front gate. You're looking at a pretty massive array of discounts on dining, merchandise, and even recreation. Plus, Disney frequently rolls out these deep, exclusive savings on resort hotel rooms, which, let me tell you, can completely change the math on a staycation. Oh, and we absolutely can't forget the free exclusive merch. In fact, there's some intense speculation right now that the upcoming May Passholder Magnet is going to feature Buzz Lightyear. How cool is that?
Moving right along to Part 2, comparing the 4 passes. It's time to figure out which tier actually fits you.
Okay, this is where you really need to look at your lifestyle. As this table shows, the Pixie and Pirate Passes, those are strictly for Florida residents. Then, the Sorcerer Pass opens things up to Florida residents plus eligible Disney Vacation Club members. And finally, the Incredi-Pass, that's the top tier, and it's available to everyone. Notice how your ability to hold simultaneous park reservations actually scales up, going from 3 on the Pixie Dust Pass all the way to 5 on the higher tiers. And hey, quick pro tip, if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can actually make park reservations for your entire stay on top of those rolling limits.
So, as you might expect, more access definitely means a higher price tag. The tiers jump from $489 for the Pixie Dust Pass all the way up to $1,629 for the Incredi-Pass. So what exactly are you paying for as that bar climbs higher and higher? Well, it essentially boils down to one thing: blockout dates. The Incredi-Pass has absolutely 0 blockout dates, whereas the lower tiers restrict your access during select holidays, peak seasons, and if you've got the Pixie Dust Pass, literally all weekends.
But on a day-to-day basis, these passes actually offer a ton of flexibility. Disney occasionally drops these awesome good-to-go days where you don't need a park reservation at all. Plus, you can usually visit any park without a reservation after 2 p.m., with the one major exception being Saturdays and Sundays at Magic Kingdom. But, and this is crucial, remember the golden rule: you always have to respect your specific blockout dates. You can't just stroll in after 2 p.m. if your pass is blocked out for that day.
All right, on to Part 3, perks for Florida residents. Let's talk about maximizing that value. If you're lucky enough to live in the Sunshine State, the barrier to entry here is incredibly low. You literally only need a $99 down payment to secure any of the 4 passes. So no, you don't have to drop the entire cost on day 1.
And it gets even better. Disney's monthly payment program lets eligible Florida residents spread that remaining balance over 12 monthly payments, completely interest-free. That's right, at 0% APR, it costs the exact same as buying it outright. So for the Pixie Dust Pass, after your down payment, you're only looking at about $36 a month. Even that top-tier Incredi-Pass becomes a way more manageable $137 a month.
Next up, Part 4, unlocking the forgotten parks with the water parks and sports option.
Now, for sheer dollar-for-dollar value, this add-on is honestly hard to beat. For just $109 extra, plus tax, for the entire year, you can attach the water park and sports option to your annual pass. And let me tell you, that $109 unlocks a massive world of recreation. We're talking admission to Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, the Oak Trail Golf Course, and the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. You even get a daily round of mini-golf at Fantasia Gardens or Winter Summerland if you go before 4 p.m. But the absolute best part? These specific experiences have 0 blockout dates. Yep, even if your main theme park pass is blocked out, you can still go hit the water parks.
Finally, let's dive into Part 5, capturing memories with tech, specifically PhotoPass and Magic Bands.
Much like the sports add-on, the Disney PhotoPass downloads option is another flat rate of $109 plus tax for the year. So instead of wincing at the crazy price of individual ride photos, this gives you unlimited downloads of all your digital photos and videos taken at select attractions and iconic spots across the entire resort.
And the tech integration here is practically magic. It's completely frictionless. Gone are the days of crowding around those little kiosks to find your ride photo. Now, you simply link your annual pass to the My Disney Experience app, make sure Bluetooth is enabled on your phone, or honestly, just wear a Magic Band. As you're screaming your way down the rides, the system registers you and automatically drops those memories right in your account. There is one vital timeline to keep in mind, though. Once an image is captured, you have a full 365 days from that exact date to download it. And the great thing is, even if your pass expires during that window, you can still access and download those older photos from back when your pass was active.
So, balancing your budget, your Florida residency status, and your tolerance for blockout dates, which tier actually fits your lifestyle? Disney really designed these options to give you exactly as much magic as you need, whether that's just quiet weekday strolls or unlimited unblocked access 365 days a year. So take a look at your calendar, crunch the numbers, and decide, with blackout dates, add-ons, and rolling reservations all on the table, which pass will unlock your year of magic. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.